What's up, Demystify Nation? It's Pat back for another week of AI tips for Trailblazers. This week, I'm going to check out a little service called PromptCanon.com. I've seen it here and there on Twitter, some people I follow. It is a service that will take a prompt and send it to multiple different AI agents at once, and then output all the results. There's not a lot of documentation on it, and there's a couple things I'll show you guys that I think I know what they do, but they don't tell you really what they're doing. But I thought it was interesting. I'm doing a lot of testing of prompts lately, and this was something I just came across and thought it'd be fun to share. If you need to see multiple results for a prompt, this may be the service for you. So let me share my screen and we will dig in. All right, so this is the homepage of PromptCanon. Very simple interface. I created a free account, very simple. Not too much to do in your profile. You do get this nifty user ID. Other than that, they offer just simple credit usage. You get 10,000 credits per month. As you can see, I've been testing it out a bit. So we'll probably run through these in the rest of this demo right here, testing various different models. And then in terms of, I'd test this out for a little bit first as usual. I wouldn't go giving your credit card away. But again, very simple, free pro and business plans, anywhere from $0 to $20 to $50 per month. It's like you get access to beta models, faster response times, premium support. That's great. Very basic. There's not much to do. We come here. It looks like we can select files from our local desktop. I'll be honest, I have not tried that yet. Nothing really I want to put in here, and I have not put in any links yet. Thought we'd focus just on our usual testing prompts. So we can select right out of the gate from all these different models, and I'll just click them. Now, you'll notice here, I can kind of select 1, 2. It's like a little counter that's next to all of these. I don't know what this does, and I haven't really worked with it too much yet. But why don't we just try GPT-4o Mini, try Gemini. A lot of people have that. What's some other good ones here? Perplexity and Grok. Now, we're just going to test 4 of them for now, just for testing purposes. You can see on the other page, it's a little bit easier to kind of look at them. But I've got our usual test prompts here. I've augmented one. Well, here, we'll just do our complex logical reasoning one first. I can PromptCanon just to read the prompt. If Alex is taller than Jordan and Jordan is taller than Taylor, but Taylor is shorter than Riley, who is definitely not the shortest? Explain your reasoning step by step. So we hit send and we're brought to this lovely screen. And I thought this was processing when I first came here. But when you do this, you actually need to hit this search bar again. And as you can see, all the models we selected, it is being sent to all these models right now. We can see our outputs side by side by side. They have a nice little display up here. I'll show you why we only picked 4. So some of these, just a kind of a scrolling, you can only fit 4 in a row. I thought it'd be nice if we could look at 4 right together. You can make them long, all 4 in a row, see just kind of length in general. And then they have this nifty, just kind of see everything in pre-shaded boxes. But why don't we go back to the longer one? Now, we can go back, we can run these through other models. They have different tiers, but they have no explanation for what these tiers are. I do know just from looking at them, some of these are more powerful than others. GPT-4o Mini is one of their most powerful. We've got DeepSeek in here in tier 4. But in terms of the outputs, it's nice. It's really easy to kind of see what's coming out where, and just really quickly, just by looking. I think a couple of the features that I've been trying to figure out, smart merge and smart sort. Again, there is no documentation on this. There is an about link on the homepage, but it just takes you to a Notion page that has 3 paragraphs worth of text on it. So I wouldn't mind a little bit more documentation. So what I understand auto merge to be, they have two settings, a parallel merge and a sequential merge. Parallel merge merges pairs of responses simultaneously for faster processing. Sequential merge merges responses one by one for more controlled processing. We can then choose an agent model. So my guess is if we start selecting, or if we just wanted to do a sequential, my guess is it's going to take these 4 different responses and send them through and test or merge them together into one single response. See what that does. We got one merged answer up here. Give me a second. All right, so we've got our merged answer. It's hard to tell what the differences are. It looks like it took kind of a piece of each answer and merged it together, which is fine, somewhat creative. You could probably use this as part of a memory or part of a piece of learning for a model. Let's try this again. Let's try with smart sort. So why don't we go back to our home page? We'll try a different prompt. Why don't we try humorous dialogue. So I changed this one up just a little bit to have some more fun. So our next prompt we're going to test, we'll test across the same four models and test out our smart sort feature. Write a humorous dialogue between a teenager from the Great Depression and a teenager from 2025 discussing their differences in technology, usability, and feelings of relevance in modern times. Send it, search again. Got our four models. Looks like Perplexity is taking a little bit longer. All right, so Perplexity finished first. I'll still go. In terms of latency, Perplexity's got to beat. This is kind of interesting to see how they all stood out something differently, especially with the beginnings up here. GPT-4o Mini, just really quick. 2.5 gives, all right, little character background, scene opening. Perplexity went to describe what it's going to tell us and then just goes into it. And Grok also gives us, it's kind of an opening, a setting, characters. So we could read all these, but let's see. It's like Perplexity went the fastest, but it was also the shortest. Curtailed it a bit. Looks like Gemini 2.5 gave us the longest output at the very least. So let's check out Smart Sort. Let's see what this does. Here, I didn't even do the settings. See if we can rank them. It looks like it's ranking them. Guessing. Okay. It ranked them in a Swiss tournament style with 3 rounds. Okay. So I'm guessing what it did was, again, on some sort of an output or scoring system basis. Again, there's several ways, several different scoring systems. It's probably ranking on latency, response time, match rate. Curious to see if we do a round robin just with the same stuff. Every player plays once. Still going round 2 of 3 here. All right, so it did re-rank them, which is interesting. So different testing methodology. At the same time, though, I'm not sure what the methodology is. Normally, you need to kind of write some stuff out and have some documentation on this. But still, this is, I have to admit, a pretty cool service. It looks like these are just a giant set of API calls kind of going into different models. I noticed they have this dictation feature here. I'm going to check that out really quick. Let's see here. Is this working? Can I dictate anything? All right. Looks like the dictation is not working. So I'll tell you what, why don't we cut it there? Go give PromptCanon a try. At PromptCannon.com, you can sign up for free just with an email, and they have some extended plans too. So we'll be back next week with another AI tips for Trailblazers. Have a great 4th of July weekend, and please hit share and like below.